Hello guys, welcome to the next episode of Let's Play Hospital. And let's just continue our game. Yesterday we had our first day hospitalization working, that's a good name. Finally we had one day when we treated all our patients. There was nobody left behind, which is actually one of my big goals. And also, we managed to have enough rooms for everybody for last night. It was tight actually, just close, but since we still have some room for expansion, it's not bad. We actually had to put up a cardiology department because we had a couple of patients who needed that. So look at that, we are getting bigger. We already have a cardiology, a general hospital. Pathology we don't have because so far, luckily, we don't have a lot of dead people. That's a good thing. But yeah, we're gonna have that as well, sooner or later. Okay, and then here we have the Neurology Department. We have the ICU. Right now it's empty. I have to remember the ICU is only good for like a day or so. Because once the patient is stabilized, it's useless. And this is just this little area here. We have a, what is it? This is the emergency ER. Actually, I believe this time it's already empty. Yeah, nobody's here. That's good. All right, so let's actually take a little, and we have 20,235. We actually got a big grant, so that's why we are not struggling with the money, but still, look at that. It wasn't really great, you know. We actually made only $705 yesterday. Obviously, there were no hospitalizations, like really. Today, there were 14,270 in hospitalization, which means that we are having a little head start from, we already paid for the wages of the night and the wages hospitalization. We already made a profit of 8,787, and then we're gonna have basically the normal clinic going on. Although the hospitals and wages, we're gonna still have about 6,000 extra. So I don't know how exactly it works, but we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be another 6,000. So we're still gonna make money, I think. We're gonna be fine. All right, let's quickly check things where my patients are, because right now we actually have a ton of like other patients which already in here because it's 8:53 in the morning. We released almost all our patients. Let me quickly check in. We have 5 people in hospital right now. Thomas Wright, we need to not just treat him, but actually we have to finish. He's already in the morning. Actually, let's start with that. Let's figure out what's wrong with you, my friend. Since you are already in the hospital and everything is open, let's actually start, because look at that, we had 5 full pages of stuff, and all we know that he has fever, but we have no clue why. And that's getting a little bit annoying. Of course, we have to see what kind of department, but I mean, look at that, we still have the same possible, like everything. I don't really think that's correct. Like, I would say that's kind of bullshit if you ask me. Like, if you already did all these and none of them showed anything, I don't think that you have the same chance to have everything. So now we only have 5 pages of possible treatments, so it's actually quicker to take a look at the treatment, what we have available. We don't have any of these available. We can do a fast, but actually you can do a USG, which is probably better. You know what? Let's see, do you have somebody here? Problem is, this person is not here. So my big problem is, my people are not, they cannot do a differential, which is a problem. I would really need to a differential analysis because it's kind of crazy. So, what can we really do here? Laryngoscopy is kind of horrible, but it's actually just, I mean, that's really not something comfortable to do. Let's start with something better. Let's start with an USG. Let's do an evaluation. And while you are at it, you know, I don't even know because there are so many possibilities that I don't even want to really check through it because it's like it would take a year to get through everything. We could do a biopsies and all other things, but that's ELISA testing is actually something I think we're gonna do an ELISA testing. Okay, it's a medium discomfort. You're not gonna like it, but that's fine. Let's do that. I don't want to do too much at the same time. Jennifer Cole also something that she's already gone through 3 pages, not that bad. Actually, give her some analgesics since you are already in the hospital bed. I want to make you feel better. But let's see what we can do here. Again, he can do a ton of different things, as you can see. It's like 12 pages, at least only half of the other one. So it's already 72 possibilities. 70, yeah, exactly, 72 possibilities. That's a lot. But of course, he has done much less. Let's see, has he done some urine tests? Yes, he did. Let's just go through like here. Ballistic wound or blast trauma or shatter. I mean, any of these. Are you telling me that we do a physical examination and we wouldn't be able to rule these out? Like, are you serious? Like, I just don't get it, you know? That's kind of like crazy. We definitely did a blood pressure, I'm sure. Yeah, we did. Did we do an ECG? I mean, it's abdominal pain, so let's do an oral cavity. Let's actually do a neurological. I'm just trying to follow what he has, like if you have abdominal problem, let's draw her blood. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe that would be helpful. A barium swallow. It's a low discomfort thing. One thing we don't want to do is we don't want to do an autopsy. That's all I don't want to do. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a barium swallow. I know you're not gonna enjoy the day, but yeah, just do everything you can. So these are the two people in the hospital. Let me actually get rid of everybody here. Let me see if anything waiting for the player. Fraser Harris is waiting for the player. Nobody else. That's good. Here we have this person here in the bed, and she is getting all the treatment, so we don't have to worry about her. She's going to be probably released in no time. Nobody here. Two are in the orthopedia. We have to remember orthopedia is going to be busy as hell. Let's take a look at how many people in orthopedia are. There are only 2 doctors. So it might get busy. You have to be careful. Okay, but nobody is waiting for me. That's good. Okay, we have 2 hospitalized here. Neither. What the heck is going on? Oh gosh, hold on. I totally forgot to turn that on, but that's all right. If anybody was here and said something, I apologize for that. Please say it again. But most likely nothing, that's okay. So these two people are just basically waiting for them, waiting for waiting to be cured. Nobody's going here. Neurology, we have a patient, but he's going to the receptionist, and nobody right now in traumatology. All right, so we only have Fraser Harris who is waiting for us. So let's get to it. All right, where are you, sir? Sitting in Elizabeth White's office. By the way, Elizabeth White is our doctor, so we are still doing this challenge. It's 18 people so far. The problem is that the moment I give it over to the hospital, I believe I lose that. So I don't know. It's I don't like that. But anyway, so you have a headache. Okay, let's just go back to normal ways. Let's have a physical. Let's do a speech listening and let's do a temperature measurement. I think that's going to be a good starting point for you. And let's go. All right, so now we just simply go one by one as normal. Infectious mononucleosis or mumps. Okay, let's do a physical, let's do a neck palpation, okay? And let's do a temperature just in case, because either way, if there is a temperature issue, we will have to treat that. Muscle and joint pain. But there is not much we can do. Oral cavity, maybe. Yeah, actually, we should do an oral cavity for sure. Do I even need a neck palpation? I don't even think so. Oh yeah, we can do that. Alright, let's do just this first, and let's see how it goes. Peter Martinez, he has a deep wound on arm. Why is he in orthopedia? I thought that deep wound on arm would be actually traumatology. Why is it orthopedia? Anyway, we definitely have to give him something to stop the bleeding, right? What else can we do at all? Basically just physical, right? Yeah. So let's do a physical. And then once his bleeding stops and we figure out if there is anything else we need to do, really don't need to actually. Oh yeah, maybe if it's infected, we have to see if it's infected or not. That's actually, I almost forgot. We do have to do that in any open wound. Okay, sleeping problems, fatigue. I'm not sure you are in the right department, but that's fine. Let's do physical, speech listening. Let's do a temperature test. I'm not even sure if we need to. I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't even sound like we need to. Physical speech listening. Should we do like a blood pressure test? No need. Like there are some things that I would do myself if I. Yeah, actually, no, it's ECG. It doesn't look like it actually even gives me the option. It doesn't look like it needs a blood pressure test. But if you have fatigue, I mean, I would actually check your blood pressure. Or it's just me. Am I wrong? By the way, guys, when I'm giving some medical, not advice, but medical opinions and whatever, please leave a comment below if you think that they are way off or they are really good. I'm interested what you think about that, guys. But anyway, you're done. Who's next? We should have those couple of people released from the hospital during the day sometimes, but maybe they stay here until tomorrow. I'm not sure. Fraser Harris. So, species and temperature, nothing showed up. Still have a ton of possibilities. Okay. Let's do an ear exam. Let's do a... Actually, I want to do let's do a CRP, because CRP would show if there is any inflammation or anything. That's kind of one of the, like a basic stuffs, I believe. And simple ones. I just have to find it because I can never find it. Where is it? CRP. Here we go. Now, headache, ear exam, CRP. Let's do a neurological and a chest. Okay? We just basically try to figure out what's wrong with you. Patricia Smith. Okay, look at that. We did a speech listening and voila. It turns out physical and speech listening, he had only sleeping problems. Now we know that he actually, oh no, he had fatigue. Yeah, he has insomnia. That's fine. We actually, well, maybe we don't know everything yet. Let's see what is that we don't know. Physical, we cannot do. Speech listening, we did. Speech listening, no need. Okay, so we can actually treat you already. That's perfect. Jessica Johnson, give him sleeping drugs. It's low level, low level, low level, low level. When they are in the hospital, I tend to give them everything because they have a lot of time. They can just relax and take everything and get better. But here I'm not going to do that. I just give everything here. Jessica Johnson, is he our doctor? Let me see. No, she's not. Since she's not, I'm just going to release it. Actually, I didn't even need to do it myself. It could have been okay if Jessica Johnson does it. Okay, now we know. Okay, so the temperature and neck palpation and physical actually narrowed it down for us, so we know that he has infectious mononucleosis, which is an internal department problem. Now, we have 77 people today. Actually, if you take a look, we don't seem to have... Let's see how many people we have here. Not too few, actually. I wouldn't say crazy much. Orthopedia, we have 3 people so far. But internal, 0. So, but it's just cortical. You know what? Let's just do it properly. Go over to internal. Because anyway, it wasn't my anyway, let's see. Is anybody over there at internal medicine? No, we don't. Oh, no. I should have treated her there. That's alright, whatever. So, let's see what else you need to do, actually, because we still have hidden symptoms, possibly. We did physical already. Neck palpation we did. Nothing showed up. Serologic testing would only give him the corticosteroids, which we already give. Abnormal lung finding would give him some NSAIDs. But we're already giving the NSAIDs, I believe. For what? Muscle and joint? No. The swollen lymph nodes. So since we already give them that, I think just go over there and treat her. Like, that's okay. Orthopedia. Okay, now we have elbow pain and he has these possibilities. Rachel Hall doesn't have any. We have to send him over to Mark Johnson, who is, by the way, not our doctor, so it doesn't really matter. And let's do a physical and a differential. There you go. And we can treat it much easier. All of them, almost all of them actually, are orthopedia related, so that's fine. Elizabeth Green, okay, look at that. We already know what your problem is. That's awesome. What's not awesome is that you have a lot of things that you might have otherwise. Uh, we need to do an ECG for sure. Let's do a blood pressure first because we can do it right here. Okay. Obviously we can do a physical to see if he needs, like we don't see anything here, but could be some, you know, some irritation on the skin and everything. No, it's actually swelling limbs. Yeah, he doesn't have that. Physical speech listening. All right, let's do that. Basically, when we already know what his problem is, we're gonna do everything that necessary to catch him. And anticoagulants, we don't need to do an angiography because we're already gonna give him that. However, these two, blood pressure, and actually I'm right away scheduling an ECG as well for him. There you go. Now, the ECG, the cardiography department, in the clinic yesterday, it was critical load. So we're gonna have to take a look at it today. If it's still critical load, somebody sounded like farted. If it's still critical load, we might have to do something about it. Look at that. Angiography, this one here. You see, critical load. So the problem is there is only one person who would actually right now she's filling her free time, so why is it critical? But I think it's coming over from the last day or something, so never mind. Anyway, let's continue. Peter Martinez, okay, you have a deep wound in your arm. You are the one who just give some basically stopping your bleeding. We did a physical test, and I think you're ready to. Mark Johnson, as we established, is not our doctor, so let's just give him the rain. And actually, it does have an infected wound. I would give him the antiseptics as well, just to make sure that he's okay. Okay, this is definitely a neurology problem at least, that's good. 3 of them would actually require him to be in bed. So we might need to hospitalize him. We do have, I think, 2 people already in neurology in bed, but that's fine. He only has stiffness of the neck, and now you already, that's actually pretty good that we already know only these 4 possibilities. We definitely do the physical and the neurological, and we're gonna do a temperature measurement because whatever it is, if he has high temperature, we obviously have to treat that. Now, is there anything that could be like potentially dangerous here? Doesn't look like it, to be honest. Oh yeah, there could be. So let's just do this first. Frank Johnson, you have fatigue. That's again like a million different possibilities. Let's do physical. Let's do neurological. Let's do a temperature. Okay. We need to do some treatments. We need to get some money and everything so that we can actually run up, We have like the cardiology, look at that. We have the cardiology hospital, 2 people in there. That normally should pay, but I'm not sure if it's even paying for everything here, what they have. Oh yeah, it would, look at that. We already know what the problem is. Like these 2 cardiology patients are going to give us more than 2,900, and that probably just pay for everybody in the hospitalization area, so I think we should be fine. All right, so you treated Michael Jones. What's wrong with you? Breathing problems. Hmm. And you are also in ER. So far, that's fine. Let's do a physical and the chest auscultation. Let's just throw in a temperature management as well. Richard Lewis. Okay. That looks to me more like an orthopedia issue. Although it just says pain, so it could be any kind of pain. But look at that. Most of it is orthopedia, but we don't know yet. So I believe if we do a physical, we're gonna throw in a temperature test just in case, because there are some things that could be. Yeah, why not? Let's do a temperature test as well, but I like to put it right, as much as possible. Now, CRP, anything looks like a. I don't even see CRP anywhere, so I don't think we need to do that. Although, to be honest, it could be inflammation, and if inflammation, the CRP would be elevated, so I don't know why it's not an option. Anyway, physical and temperature. Fraser Hess, we just got back to you, and chest auscultation didn't show anything. Neurological, CRP, ear, nothing shows anything so far. Okay, you're becoming one of our mystery patients again. What do we have? Headache. Let's do a blood pressure. Let's do a basic visual test, actually, because that can be, sometimes when you cannot see clearly, it could be a thing. Now, actually, let me see. Is it anywhere? Yeah, actually, they have basic visual test as possibility. So many sicknesses there should be. I'm pretty sure there is like oral cavity and things like that everywhere. Let's actually do some. I'm not going to start with CT, that's for sure. Yeah, there is some CRP as well. So headache. Oh, CRP, we did that and it doesn't show anything. Let's do some just oral and thorax percussion maybe. Alright. It's only 9:40 something in the morning, so we are still early. We still know what we can do. We don't have to really hurry to think about hospitalization or anything. Hopefully we figure out something very quickly, and then we only want to put somebody in the hospital when we really need it, because the problem is we cannot just simply release them from hospital whenever we want, and that's kind of, I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, I'm not a doctor and I've never worked in a hospital, so I'm not sure how realistic that is. Look at this, another fatigue. Like these people, what time of year is it? Like it seems like everybody is so tired and fatigued. So let's do the same thing. Physical. Let's do chest auscultation now, and speech listening, and I always throw in some temperature test. I like to do that because it's so quick, right? Okay, now we know what your problem is for sure. Actually, we already knew it. Or did we? No, we haven't. So now we know that you have irritability and headache, and we know for sure that you need IV antibiotics. That sucks because that definitely needs hospitalization. Okay? If you take a look at that, it needs. Oh, actually, you can do it any office. That's weird. All right, then you know what? Before we do any, before we go any further, maybe we can do it here in the office. That could be cool, because it's any office and any ward. But how many people do we have here? Do we want to clog up our department? That's the question. Well, right now this is the only person here in neurology, so that's kind of fine. What do you mean? So even my neurology hospitalization is everybody went home already. Good. So we do have 4 beds for them. That's awesome. Anyway, let's just, you know what? It's easier to treat you otherwise. So you already have pain medicine, so I'm not going to give you that. Physical, obviously we did, and you don't have fever, so you don't need antipyretics, that's for sure. Speech listening, we haven't done. You might need some tranquilizers if you are anxious or whatever. Okay, we don't need these. Physical, interview would have done. Okay, so we need an ECG. We don't need the CSF analysis because that's very rough. Okay, because you already get the IV antibiotics, so we don't need that. And odometry. Okay, can we have an odometry here? I'm not even sure we can. No, we cannot. Doctor's office, observation room, ICU, office, diagnostic and emergency, ICU, general, internal. So we cannot have it in neurology. Okay, so we're not going to do an odometry. It would have given him some eardrops, but forget about it, that's fine. But we do send him to do an ECG. That's why I'm actually thinking, problem is it's all full here, you know? I cannot put one more office here because I really would like to put one more ECG room. Hold on, let's take a look at something. What is it? Yeah, no. I don't have the extra room here. This place, I really built it in so tight. The only place I could possibly have if I remove some part of the waiting room, but we really need some waiting room as well. I'm not sure we need that much though. Okay, how much space is this? Hold on. Let me just do this, even though I'm not gonna do it really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I cannot put one here because then I would block off this whole area. So that doesn't work. Yeah, we are kind of clogged up here in the first floor. Technically, I could. Where's my neurology? Hold on. Technically, I do have a cardiology unit that I could put here. And I'm wondering, would these people send him up here if he needed an ECG? And by the way, if I did an ECG, would they send other people from other departments up there? You know, that's a small question I have here. I'm not sure, to be honest. Because this guy could use actually an ECG. If you take a look at the rooms, a cardiography room is not that expensive. It's 4,500. I could build it here. And then maybe, but would they like start sending up people? Or would only the neurology department would use it? If you guys know about that, please leave a comment below and let me know how it works. Or tell me here if you're here because I don't know if anybody's here or not. Because yeah, if I put one here, then well, let's forget about it for now. We're gonna care about like tomorrow. Let's do another day. But as you can see, this is critical here. Workload day and night is low. Of course, it's low because nobody's there. But it's critical, you know. And the problem is, I cannot even make it better because there is only one possible person, you know. And I don't have any other place that I could use. So yeah, I'm not sure. This is kind of a bottleneck in our hospital. That's one cardiology up there. What else? Do we have other departments also have cardiology? Look at this. This is the okay, so actually many different departments have their own cardiology unit. This one too. So I'm not sure, but maybe it means that they could use, are they commonly used or only for the department? Anyway, we worry about it a bit later. If that person is really overworked, I don't know what happens if it's a critical. As long as they can finish, I think it should be fine, right? Like nothing really happens. All right, so did a speech listening and ECG for now. What else? Did we have to do anything else? We don't need that. Yeah, that's it. You're good. Okay, Frank Johnson, you checked your temperature and neurologic physical actually showed us some weight loss and nausea, I believe. Okay, you still pretty much anything possible, so we don't know what's going on. But we can give you some abdominal palpation because that's simple. He doesn't need a chest auscultation as far as I can see. Nausea, fatigue. Should we do a oral cavity? Like if somebody has like no well, nausea not necessary. What else can we do actually? You know, I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit, like think what I would possibly think of doing if somebody comes in with this kind of problem. Let's do a CRP, elevated CRP, and we don't want to do a stool analysis right now. Blood test can wait, just in case we really need it. Fast, not yet. Urine testing, not yet. Okay, let's just do this first. Maybe this one. Transient elastography. I'm not sure if it's at all even available for us. No, it's not available. It's only available in general surgery. So we do that if everything else points to that. Okay, so I think for now just abdominal and CRP will be fine. Richard Lewis, he has a microwave burn. First of all, you definitely go over to the traumatology department and you're gonna have to have a debridement because otherwise you can die. And then what else? Pain, actually let's give him some analgesics as well because he's really in pain. We don't need the NSAIDs yet. Let's do a physical, I guess, because... Oh, we did a physical. Okay. That's pretty much it, I guess. Do we have any traumatology doctor here? I don't think so. I don't remember anybody from traumatology, so no need. So actually just treat him. That's it. There is really nothing else we can do about him. All right. Michael Jones, breathing problem and rash. So the physical showed us some rash, which narrowed things down a little bit, but not enough. Let's do a CRP, and that could actually show ECG, echo. I don't want to do any of that. Thorax percussion. Let's do that. That's an easy one. And oral cavity maybe. Actually, without first CRP, let's actually do an oral cavity first. Okay? And let's see what it shows to us. Oh, so many people are having some dangerous possible stuff. Okay, IHD with heart failure. Oh. Now, this is going to be a problem because we do need to have a heart surgery. That's going to be our second surgery here. Now, I think this guy needs to get into some hospitalization. And you know what? Since he has so many possible ways to die right now. I'm thinking let's put him into HDU hospitalization. We can do all the other stuff, of course, sooner or later, but I think you need to do a cardiovascular surgery, which means we're gonna spend some money again. Oh my goodness. I believe this was our what is it? Cardiology Department. So now we are in trouble because we do have a surgeon. 22% is not so bad. Better than the other one was. So we still have two people. Why is one in HDU and one is normal? No hazard, no hazard. Hold on. We cannot send him over to regular hospitalization. Alright, whatever. But this guy here, first of all, let's just build up the stuff. So we have cardiology and we do need a operating room. Horrible. Okay, so that's gonna cost us a bundle. Ho! More than we had. So we definitely need to actually borrow some money. Dang, we are getting into the red deeply. Hopefully, we can give that back. I mean, at the end of the day, let's see. I want to start trying to give back some money. But now we have... What is that music? That sounds so good, actually. We actually have our second surgery scheduled here. That's actually awesome. So I think we don't even need any of this right now. I think he needs a surgery as soon as possible, doesn't he? So, or should we first figure out the things? Let's go to HDO hospitalization first. And let's do some regular stuff. Thorax percussion, CRP. Just do the whole stuff. Let's do a heart monitoring. ICU trauma center observation room. What? I cannot do that in this department. That is weird. Blood test. Let's do an ECG as well, okay? Let's first make sure that he is ready for a surgery. He's good enough for that. However, that's kind of like, that's crazy. How come that I cannot do uh, heart monitoring? That's weird. That's really weird. Hold on. How about if I do it regular? Can I do heart monitoring now? No, I cannot. Okay, then we do a HDU, that's for sure. Okay, and while we are there, let's give him bronchiolitis. We can actually give everything to him right now, analgesics. Let's get him some rest, I guess. Let's actually give him everything what he needs for now. And yep, my friend, where are you? You are going into the hospital. Okay. And she has a problem. Look at that. Okay. You need diuretics right away, but you definitely need to go over to the other department and you need some diuretics before anything. Let's also give you some bronchiolitis. Also, we know that, okay, AHD with, yeah, I don't think, this one, I don't think you need to actually have her in the hospital. So I think she's fine. So once you're over there, let's do a physical. Let's do a CRP. Let's do an abdominal. We just check you out 100% because we already know what your problem is. That's the good thing. So we just have to make sure that everything is fine. No need. Okay, ECG. You see so many places, ECG, ECG, ECG. It's crazy. We do need that taken care of. What else? An echo. Let's do an echo as well. I mean, sure. You got to do all of that. Actually, hold up. We don't need an echo. Okay, that's something that we already know. So we don't need an echo here, but we need all the other stuff. Okay. So sorry, it's not a fun thing to do. Okay, Rachel Thomas, James Gonzalez, you have 1%. Put it into test, physical and differential. Let's see how your 1% of differential diagnosis abilities will actually show up. Go. Carol Martin, she has diarrhea. That's unpleasant. That's a shitty situation. Most likely, it's going to end up with the general surgery department, although could be internal. Anyway, what we do is we definitely do a physical. We're going to do an abdominal palpation and a temperature test. Okay, so CRP, here the CRP, it was not showing anything. That abdominal palpation, however, did show that he has abdominal pain. Okay, and now we narrowed it down a little bit, not fully. CRP shows negative, okay. Blood test, you could check his crap. We did check his temperature, physical, also his crap. Blood test, CRP we did, urine, doesn't really, it's not really important. Fast, physical. I don't think I can do a fast here, unless I send him over to the other department, right? Yeah, the fast was here, I cannot do that. I can only do that at general surgery. I can do a stool analysis, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. So let's do that. Tell him to go and poop. And we have a histology. I think it's in histology, right? Let me double check. He doesn't really have anything else right now. Yeah, histology lab. Look at that. I remember. I'm actually learning a lot from this, guys. It's unbelievable how much you can actually learn. Um, should we do a blood test anyway? No, I don't want to, unnecessarily cause pain. Favorite patient is collapsing. Okay, that's not a good news. Where are you? Okay. Okay, he hasn't even got anywhere, so he needs IV infusion. Okay, and it needs to be... I think we should go for TC hospitalization. I think that's the only thing we can do here. Okay, I'm gonna actually slow things down, and I wanna see what's going on with him. Now we don't need to see the other patients. I wanna see what's going on with him, because right now he is not James. Talking about the guy lying on the floor here. What's his name? Charles Walker. That's the one, right? Okay, so get rid of all of those people. I want to make sure that Charles Walker, I follow him. Okay, so what happened? Wait. Did I miss somebody just now? Temperature management was done. Okay, what can you have? Anything. Oh gosh, that's still a lot. So fatigue. I would do I do a CRP, I do a blood pressure test, and the neurological test. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this so I can see. Nobody's coming yet? Come on, somebody come over. Fracture of finger. Okay, good job. You actually figured it out. Oh no, nobody figured it out. It's obvious from everything. Okay, but you still have some hidden possibilities. You might need an ice wrap. No, you already have that over there. Pain medicine. NSAIDs. Okay, you might need NSAIDs if you have hand weakness. Okay, then do a physical. Just to make sure. Come on, somebody. He's not really run. Okay, come on. You are not running, that's for sure. She's just nicely strolling over. Okay, you have malaria or shingles? What do you have? Headache, rash until fever. Okay, I'm gonna do a physical for sure. Actually, let's see what differentiates the two, because physical, although it actually gonna show us what we need, maybe. Oh, okay, physical could show if he's sweating. That's good. And let's do an evaluation. Neck palpation would give him NSAIDs. Not abdominal, sorry. Where's the neck palpation? And let's also do just a simple evaluation. What time is it? Okay, all right. He just walked through him. What are you doing? Dang. He just goes to the toilet. That's why he was just walking. He was not even stopping. He just simply walked through him. Christopher Jackson, I should fire you right now. On the spot. You deserve to be fired. Okay, we don't need to remember you. We don't need to remember you. We don't need to remember you, and we don't need to remember you either. You are the one who is suffering. All right. No, but we have 1 more minute or so, and then we have to finish up. Brooke White. Let's just see. ACL injury. Okay, that seems to be a pretty straightforward stuff. Do we need... No, we're just gonna do this. So let's just take care of you. Actually, we should be an orthopedia. But we can do it here. How many people are in orthopedia? Orthopedia, they said that they're gonna have like 35% more in orthopedia. Look at that. No, this is not orthopedia. Orthopedia, we have 2 doctors and right now 4 patients. But anyway, I'm still gonna send him over. Sorry. And you guys just simply treat him. Okay? Deal. With an ACL injury, that makes sense. Michael Jones, breathing rash. All right, guys, I gotta go. I have to go. I have something to do. So sorry, it's a bit quicker today, earlier than normal. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you. Let's see what happens next time. Again, we stop at a cliffhanger. We have again a collapsed patient, which hopefully gonna be saved, and everything is gonna be okay. We already put him into TC hospitalization anyway. Let's hope everything is going on with him all right. Okay, so next time we obviously gonna monitor what's happening to him, and then we're gonna continue and try to keep our hospital fully functioning. In other words, make sure everybody is treated. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming. If you haven't done that so, please hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like button, and leave me a comment below. If just please tell me what you think about the contents, what you would like to see differently, or what you think about my medical opinions and stuff like that. Just, I'm really interested in hearing from you guys what you think about what you see. All right. Thank you, and I see you guys later.